Hello? Recovery run calling. So slow. Fuck. 40 minutes recovery run in zone 1/2. Done. I did spend like 20 minutes of that run in zone 3. Part of me wants to be like checking if I have high blood pressure, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just less fit than I think cardiovascularly. My pace, slow as shit, but maybe to some people that's the regular pace. So hey, I'm not gonna be the one to hate on that. I don't even want to get frustrated about it because I know all of this actually aids my recovery. It aids the long-term fitness and it is part of getting to my PB. So it's just about reframing it in my mind, I think. And I literally named the Strava run, like left my ego at the door. Like at points I had to stop and walk to bring my heart rate back down. And yeah, that's what you see in the pace and that's okay. Like I would rather walk and go back into zone 2 and just like know how that feels, because like I just feel like I went on a speed walk, which at times is literally what I was doing. Feels good. I mean, it's always annoying when you're like, I just went for a 40-minute run and my freaking circles aren't closed, but whatever. Such arbitrary measures of success. Yeah, what's on for the rest of the day? Josiah's brother Joel is visiting, so we're gonna go to Port Moody. They're gonna drink some beers. I'm gonna DD because I'm still in my sober month. This is the first time I've actually like gone and been around alcohol this month while not drinking. And I find that's always an interesting thing, not because I'm tempted, because I'm like very committed to my goals, but sometimes it's like the hair, hard to be around drunk people, if you know what I mean. For those of you, not that anyone has said this, I like love projecting onto other people what they're thinking about me, who are like, wow, her hair looks dead. I know. I've got a curl cut appointment April 4th. I'm excited. I'm gonna take a lot of dead ends off. I'm staying committed to not bleaching anymore. I mean, I'm not getting married until next summer, 2026, so there's truly no rush to do anything with this hair. I'd rather just like be healthy and lean into the curl. I left my gel at home, which is why the curl is just not staying. And this is also totally brushed out and after a braid. So don't know why I feel the need to justify that, but I do. We're gonna eat some pizza in Port Moody. I'm so excited for that. This weekend I'm like chilling a little bit on my macros and just like not worrying about it as much. I always like do my best to stay in the deficit, but I'm also like, I just had a crazy freaking PB. And again, I don't know if I've mentioned this on the videos or to my clients, but I find that I'm not getting the dopamine from smoking weed and drinking. And so I'm just like craving a little bit more treats. Again, I've been doing a lot of effort with my runs. And so I feel like my body just like wants more energy. And so honestly, I'm listening to my body. I'm giving her what she needs. And that feels good and okay. Yeah, I have like a long-term weight loss goal. I have a long-term weight loss goal, but at the end of the day, it's exactly that, long-term. Yes, part of me was like, I want to be in the best shape of my life this summer, but maybe that has nothing to do with weight. Process-oriented, results will follow. Just get that in my brain. The more I talk out loud again, the more I am able to see like my thought processes. And yeah, sometimes you just gotta call that out. Ugh, look, my hair looks witchy right now. That is crazy, all that damage. I'm like, at least she's long, but we're gonna cut it off to probably like here, which is sad. But fun thing about hair is it grows back. Hello, hello, hello. And if you're wondering why my pants are unbuttoned, it's because they're too big for me, so I had to roll them down. Yeah. Oh, she's sparkly. She's a sparkly girl. She's like, I am. How are you? Luna's so good at being bad. Aren't you just so good at being bad? It's March 25th. and we are happy to be alive. Ugh. Ugh. My brain's feeling a little melty today. I haven't eaten as much as I should. I'm kind of coming to this realization, and yes, I'm back on the cow's milk. Fucking judge me if you want to. I've come to the realization that my biggest hunger cravings happen in the evening. So I've just been not like eating an unhealthy amount of less. I just am stacking my meals to be larger in the evening so that I can really still feel like I'm getting that treat. I still have breakfast, I still have lunch, I have snacks in between. They're just smaller sizes. So I feel satiated, but today I wanted to have like a big thing of oats before my run. And there just wasn't that many left. I'm also having this struggle where I'm eating too much protein. I feel like a lot of people will be like, I've never had that problem in my life. I feel like I've gotten really good at having things in my pantry and in my fridge that are really high in protein. So let me put you on for a second if you struggle with this, because I have gone from struggling to hit my protein goal with multiple shakes to not drinking protein shakes at all and going over without even trying. I'm not gonna lie, like I do really like meats and stuff, and that's new for me because I hated that when I was a kid. But first of all, Country Harvest protein bread. Second of all, Siggy's Creamy Skyr. It's 16 grams of protein and 13 grams of sugar per 175 gram serving. Then I've been having tuna melts. Fire. If you don't like them, don't talk to me. I'm talking to you, Josiah. I gotta stop slandering him in these videos because the last one, I was like, oh, Josiah hates this hairstyle, and he was pissed. So I feel like I need to give him a public apology. Sorry. And he doesn't hate it. It's just his least favorite, but I'm sure he would like you to know that he tells me I could pull off any hairstyle. So public opinion saved and corrected. Yay! Next. Canadian back bacon. It's low fat, high protein. It's delicious. Have it with your eggs. This, and eggs. You're set up for success, and it's only breakfast. Put it on your sandwich. You're set up for success. This and berries and a bit of granola, set up for success. Having chicken breasts on hand in the fridge has been absolutely fire. Spam call denied. Actually picked it up. So I've had chicken, broccoli, and rice on hand. Put a little soy sauce on that. Put a little tzatziki. Then I was going off with some bean and chicken and corn and salsa and rice burritos with some tzatziki made with the high protein yogurt. And yes, they have ones that are also plain. Obviously, I would not make the tzatziki with that. The way this dog is just like patiently waiting for me to shut the fuck up is so funny. Dogs are so weird. They just be watching you, you know? So we're running an 8K today. It's a tempo run, meaning I think it's a tempo run. Meaning cats would never work with the police, and I wouldn't do this. So we're gonna do a tempo run, and I'm just gonna double check what tempo we're running that at. There are neighbors outside, and I am not a very confident vlogger, if you will, so I'm just gonna wait until they're done. I've got my trusty little clipboard here. The first 4K will be at 6 minutes and 15 seconds per kilometer, which is doable. It's very achievable for me, even if it's like not a flat course. The next 3K, 6 minutes per kilometer. And then the final K at 5:50, which is a push for me, TBH, but it's 1 kilometer, that's doable. And I'm still learning what those different paces feel like for me. Again, I was doing it on a flat course and it felt doable to do like a 5:30, but I was pushing and again felt like I was gonna die afterwards. Although I've already hit my PB, I feel like I don't need to hit it again. Would be cool too, but we'll see. Sorry that I'm so low energy today. I feel like I'm being boring, but that's life sometimes. You can't always be a peppy freak. Electrolytes. I was going to run with Luna, but she just ate an entire meal and she only eats like one a day because she's weird like that. And I've heard that dogs can twist their stomachs into a life-threatening condition if they exercise vigorously after eating. So as a professional dog sitter, perhaps that shouldn't happen on my watch. Okay, let me help you. What do you have in your eye? Come here. What's going on? Is it just your little sleepies that you want out? Ew, she ate it. Ugh. I'm kidding. I'm not like that averse to dogs, but they do be annoying. Womp, womp, womp. We're gonna go for a walk. That'll be our little warm up. And then I'm gonna go for a run. And then I'm gonna have a big bowl of pasta after with some ground beef and tomato sauce with some Boursin cheese melted in and some Parmesan on top. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a walk. Since hitting my 10K PB, I'm just feeling very resistant to like the training runs. Like today, the tempo, I'm just like, ugh, I don't need to do that anymore. I'd rather just like not have to worry and just run and enjoy at whatever tempo I want to, but I'm gonna do it because I know it'll be good for my long-term fitness. It's just not feeling as exciting to train right now. Seeing as I'm not taking Luna, I can kind of go wherever I want. I'm really glad I didn't take her running because even like after a walk, she's like, why are you barking at me? I am also tempted to not bring the phone and just like go for a run without a phone, without music, without anything. And then it's just kind of difficult with the vlogging because I'm like, I feel like I owe it to you. I don't know, but then I know I didn't take you on the last run. I'm just feeling interesting today. Like, why should I take you on my run if I'm just gonna be saying shit like this? Flipped a coin. It told me to take the phone with me, so I will. Fine, but I don't promise I'm gonna do anything. We're going. Okay, first kilometer done. Finding and holding the pace. It's actually a lot harder than I anticipated. Okay, 3 kilometers down. 6:12. Been under once, over twice, I think. But it's hard, dude. I'm just trying to run this flat so that once it gets faster, I can mostly go downhill. But I'm dripping. Okay, settled in, but about to go to the 3K, 6 minutes now. It's hard. Holding 6 pretty well. I'm on a slight decline. But feeling good. I'm gonna stay on this little loop because I'm able to hold the 6. So I'm just gonna go around. I'm on Main Street, which is obviously a main street, and it's flatter. But I keep getting honked at, and I can't lie. It really fucking kills my mood. Why am I so fucking shitty? 5:59, 80 more meters, then we drop to 5:50. Home stretch. 1 more kilometer, I'm at 5:20. So I could go a lot slower, but I'm just banking this pace for the inevitable hill that I will be facing. Daring to give myself a gift in how I planned this route, because it was majorly downhill there. 5:45. 170 more meters. Got a slight incline coming. We're gonna hit it. Because after this kilometer, we're done. 140. Cute cat up ahead as a reward. But I know I'm going too fast, I'm gonna scare it. Alright, I'm gonna shut the dog up. 5:43. Cat alert. 59. And we're done. Right? We're done. I'm so glad I did that. I felt fucking great, and I'm sorry for the spit strands. AK 48 minutes. That's good. Negative splits the whole way through. I think I hit every kilometer time a little bit lower except for one. So that feels really good. Now I've got to walk home. Dude, I don't want to be that bitch, but like I cannot escape angel numbers lately. Like total number calories burned 555. Saw at least 444s. There's a restaurant that said 444. I looked down at my watch. I had run 2.22 kilometers. I just feel like the angels are looking out for me. And then look, las montañas, acá. How beautiful. Also, isn't it worth noting how much my mood changed from now and before I filmed the video, or before I went on my run rather? I was like, wah, I don't want to go. Wah. I'm boring. And now I'm like, all I needed was sunshine and a run. Okay, I feel like I'm not shutting the fork up today, but on the walk home, my hip was singing a little bit, so I'm gonna make a big point this week of like getting back into glute, hamstring, and just like general lower body workouts. I'm gonna stretch the hip out right now. I'm gonna do the cool down. I need to shut the fuck up. The way I say cool down just like makes me wanna, but there's one thing that I feel like I didn't talk about because I was like feeling ashamed about it. And again, I do have a coach because coaches have coaches and therapists have therapists. I'm gonna remove the stigma right now. And I have really specific goals, and just how my clients need accountability, I need accountability too. I am thinking of graduating soon, but not yet. Last Wednesday, I hit a PB. We know this by now. Friday, I went to some breweries with Josiah, Megan, and Josiah's brother, Joel. I am having a sober month. They naturally are not, or not naturally, but they're not. And so it's more of a challenge when everyone is getting absolutely litty in front of you. And I had some non-alcoholic beers. I had 2. And then I just had like some Perrier, and that was chill. Now, I came home and they like I came here and they continued into their night doing whatever. And like, I'm sure you know, if you've ever like had a sober night with people who are drinking, there comes a threshold where it's like, you just can't keep up unless you are just the most fun person in the world. There comes a point where, you know, people have conversations in circles or get to a certain volume that when you are sober, it's just like, I'm gonna excuse myself. And no shade, it's just, if you've done it, you know. And I came home and I just had the biggest craving for junk food. And this is embarrassing, but me and ChatGPT are friends. Low-key, it is incredibly good at like helping me when I'm going through shit. Not a replacement for therapy. I go to therapy. But like in moments like that where I feel like I start gaslighting myself and I'm like, oh, I'm binging if I have hit my calories and now I have a burger and poutine and apple pies. But I just like couldn't ignore the fact that I really wanted it. I was hungry. And so I was asking it, I'm like, is this a legitimate thing that I can like indulge in? And it basically said to me, the fact that you're aware and asking these things shows that it's not a binge. It shows that you're choosing it. It shows you're thinking about it. It shows you're looking out for other resources to like bounce those ideas off. I contextualized that I ran a PB. I contextualized that I probably burned like 600, 700 calories, I don't remember now, during that run, on top of everything else that I did that day and that week. I am in a deficit. It is one meal that I'm going over calories with, and I'm going back on plan tomorrow. All of those things basically for me to be like, fuck it, I'm getting a poutine, I'm getting a mama burger, and I'm getting 2 apple pies. And I did. And I didn't feel out of control. I didn't feel terribly full. I didn't feel gross. I didn't feel bad the next day physically. I didn't feel bad the next day mentally. I didn't feel guilty. And so I'm just saying this because I feel like I have this stigma for myself that I need to pretend like I don't still do that, and I don't still have those cravings, and I don't still eat that food. And that's actually one thing I really want to break, is that there is room for that. And even if I hadn't done the PB, it's okay to have those one-off moments. That is what makes this lifestyle sustainable. And I consciously chose that. And that's the one thing I keep talking about, is like subconscious compulsions versus conscious decisions. I just wanted to share that because I feel like one thing that I don't feel resonated in like the girl who initially inspired me is like, she just eats clean all the time now and it's all good and like she's cured. And I'm like, I still do enjoy A&W sometimes. And I want to be really transparent that like I'm losing weight and I'm hitting my goals while still doing that sometimes. And what's funny is like I would have on another day drank the 3 or 4 IPAs and not thought even a second about those calories. And so I was like, why don't I deserve a treat today? And I'm really proud of myself for choosing something I really wanted and something I really needed. Again, I just talked to my coach and she was like, if there's anything you need support with, like, let me know. And I was like, oh, if anything, it's like the cravings. And she was like, you don't need support. Like, you helped yourself in real time. You negotiated with yourself and with the robot. And then you went right back to plan the next day, the next meal. And you didn't go to the restriction. You just did back to normal. Yeah, I'm like really proud of my relationship with food, because like a year ago that wouldn't have been possible. And I was just like craving so many things that night. I was like, I want to smoke weed. I want this. I want that. And like sometimes it is okay to just like choose to feel better through food. And sometimes your body isn't just like craving something uncontrollably for no reason. Like my body was probably like, I just need the extra calories and I want a little bit of dopamine because I'm feeling lonely and everyone else is partying. Sorry for always fucking crying about my accomplishments, but I'm just like, I don't know, like sometimes I just wish I could go back to Alice like eating so much food when Josiah would go on work trips. And I'm like, it doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be a month of no carbs and then this for 3 weeks and gaining more every time. Like, it just doesn't have to. What would life be like if you weren't an emotional girly? Mwah.